Myself, R. Vinodini, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Biomedical Engineering, School of Bioengineering, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research. I am handling the course Clinical Engineering. Today, we are going to discuss about the topic OECD Guidelines for Toxicology Study. So first, what do you mean by OECD? Means Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. So the abbreviation for OECD is Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. So the mission of this OECD is to promote policies which will improve the economic and also the social well-being of people around the world. So what is their main aim or an idea? To improve their economic and social well-being of people around the world. Then work with the governments to understand what drives an economic, social and environmental changes, and also sets an international standards on a wide range of things, which starting from an agriculture and tax to the safety of chemicals. Till that, this OECD framed guidelines. So they have been worked with the government to understand what drives an economic, social and also an environmental change. So their main aim is that to improve the economic and all the social well-being of people around the world. So this organization for European Economic Cooperation, OEEC. So Organization for European Economic Cooperation, OEEC was established in the year 1948. So for what purpose they have established? To run the US Financial Marshall Plan for reconstruction of a continent ravaged by war. So they have been established this OECE by an European government for to run an US Financial Marshall Plan for reconstructing a continental ravaged by the war. And Canada and the US they both joined with this OECD members in signing the new OECD convention on December 4th, 1960. Okay, and later on the OECD, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, they has been officially born on September 1961. So before that, they will be having an OECE. So they have been for what purpose they have been established? They have for reconstruction of a continent ravaged war. Okay, so later on Canada also joined along with this US, and in the year of 1961 only this OECD was born on September 30. In India, it is one of the many non-member economies with which the OECD has working relationship in addition to its member countries. So India is a non-member economies along with this OECD. So they have been registered members there which working in this OECD. Our country is a non-member economies. So this OECD has been cooperating in India since 1995. So this OECD was started in the year 1961. India, our country, has been operating with this OECD in the year of 1995. So from that year onwards, they have been working. So this OECD Council at ministerial level, they have been adopted a resolution on May 16, 2007. So for what purpose they have been adopted? To strengthen the cooperation with India, and also with along with India, they have been signed with Brazil, China, Indonesia, and South Africa through a program of enhanced engagement. So this India is one of the non-member economies with this OECD, and our India has been cooperating with this OECD since 1995. And this OECD Council at ministerial level, they have been adopted a resolution in the year of 2007 to strengthen the cooperation with India, Brazil, China, Indonesia, many other countries. And now we'll see about toxicology. So what do you mean by toxicology? So this OECD guidelines mainly framed for this toxicological study only. So before that, we'll see about, before this going through the guidelines, we'll see about the toxicology. this toxicology is the scientific study of adverse effect that will occur in living organisms due to the chemicals. So it involves observing and also reporting the system, mechanism, detection, and treatment of toxic substances. So in particular relationship to an poisoning of humans. So toxicology study means what? It is a study of an adverse effect which occurs in living organism due to an chemicals. And also it involves in an observing and reporting their symptoms, mechanism, detection, and also the treatments of an toxic substances in particular relationship to an poisons of an human. So this is what about toxicology. And we'll see about an adverse drug effect. So what do you mean by that? Any undesirable or an unintended effect of an drugs. We call it as an adverse drug effects. Okay, so undesirable or an unintended effect. So without our knowledge, it has been react in our body. So that is what we call it as the adverse drug effect. So under this, you will be having two types: predictable, and one more thing is non-predictable. One is we can able to detect it because of that only it happens like that. And one more another point is non-predictable. So we don't know this. So how it comes? So by which tablet or the chemicals it reacted like that, we don't know. So that is what non-predictable. So one is either predictable and another one is non-predictable. So this predictable will be having a type A reaction, and non-predictable will be having a type B reaction. Okay. So side effects, if you take like unwanted but often unavoidable effects like at therapeutic doses. So some tablets or medicine we have to take for a purpose, but if you take that, it will lead to some other side effects. But no other way, we have to take a tablet or a medicine, right? So that is what like side effects, unwanted but often unavoidable. And then secondary effect. Secondary effect, if you take, it is an indirect consequences of a primary action of drug. So secondary effects like indirect consequences of a primary action of drug. And third one is toxic effects. So here as are results of an excessive pharmacological effect of drug due to overdosage or a prolonged use. So these toxic effects are a results of an excessive pharmacological effect. So either due to an overdosage of a drug or a prolonged use of a drugs. So this is what toxic effect. So you'll be having side effects, secondary effects, and then toxicity effects. Then animal toxicity test. So for research animals, they have been undergone a toxicity test. So which will be classified into different types and which will be in a different period of time. So if it is an acute toxicity, it takes around 14 days to take the test. Whereas if it is subacute, it will be around 28 days. And if it is subchronic toxicity, it takes around 3 months. So it is a long term. And chronic toxicity around 6 to 12 months. So this is the animal toxicity test time limit. So if it is acute, it will be 14 days. Then if it is subacute, it will be 28 days. Then subchronic toxicity will be like 3 months. Then chronic toxicity will be leads to from 6 to 12 months. First, acute oral toxicity. So for acute oral toxicity, they have been given a guide number like 401, 420, 423, and 425. So these four are the test guideline numbers for an acute oral toxicity. So under those numbers, they have been taken some guidelines. So 401, 420, 423, and 425. So what are the acute toxicity symptoms like salivation, lacrimation, diarrhea, weight loss, muscle spasm, then loss of an writing reflex. So these are all the symptoms of an acute toxicity. Muscle spasm, salivation, weight loss, diarrhea are the few things. Then we'll move on to LD50 and LC50. So what do you mean by LD? It is lethal dose, right? Then LC means lethal concentration. Here, LD50 represents the individual dose required to kill the 50% of the population of test animals. So LD50 means represents an individual dose it required to kill 50% of the population of animal. So it is the index determination of medicine and also the poisonous virulence. And the lower, if it is the dose is lower than LD50, which means the more toxic the pesticides. Okay. Then about LC50. See here, the concentration of the chemical in the air that will be kills around 50% of the test animals during the observation period. It is the LC50 value. Okay, so the concentration of the chemical in air that kills 50% of the test animals during observation period. Then other durations of exposure may apply depending on specific laws. So the other duration of exposure may apply depending on the specific laws also. So look at this, LD50 and LC50. So around 50% of animals can be able to kill in this LD50, right? So that's what they have been crossed. So around 50% they have been killed, and they given the graphical representation, dose in milligrams and the response in the percentage. So they have been obtained a graph. So what it means, higher the LD50 divided by LC50, which is equal to less toxic. And if it is lower LD50 by LC50 means it is more toxic. So that is the thing here. So if it is higher means you will be having a less toxic. When if it is the LD by LC is lower means it is more toxic. So that is the thing here. And we'll move on to the guidelines. So how these OECD guidelines will be more humane. Here, a human endpoint can be defined as the earliest indicator in an animal experiment of severe pain, severe stress, suffering, or also impending death. So OECD test guidelines do not require death as an endpoint. Okay, so till for in a human point of view, until the animal causes the death, it is then endpoint. No, whereas in OECD test guidelines, they do not require death as an endpoint. Animals are also animals like humanly killed during the test will be regarded as a dosage dependent death. Okay. And then 3 alternative test methods were there. So I told you 420, 423 and 425 to the traditional acute oral toxicity test, which have been adopted by an OECD. So one of these will be having a fixed dose procedure. So under the guidelines 420. So your fixed dose procedure will be under the guidelines 420. Okay, so the main aim is not to require death as an endpoint for in an animal in research laboratory. So that is the main concept. Then refinement of the traditional acute oral test, in that it requires a fewer but it fixed dosage groups to be tested, and also there's a fewer animals, and it also employs non-lethal endpoints to determine the toxicity of the test substances. So it also employs non-lethal endpoints to determine the toxicity of the test substances. And there are 2 other methods with it: the acute toxic class method and the up and down procedures. So the acute toxic class method will come under guidelines 423, and the up and down procedure will come under 425. 420 will come under fixed dose procedure. So these are all the various guidelines and its name. The acute toxic class method, up and down procedure. So using an impending death as the only endpoint, these are well the other 2 methods, 423 and 425. Look at this guideline. So they have been given chart like guideline, number of animals per test and number of death per test and their aim. So if it is 401, number of animals you can take is up to 25 animals. So number of death per test maybe up to 25. Either all 100% may able to die, and it's saying if they don't have anything. And if it is the guidelines under 420, so number of animals you can take is 5 to 7, where around only 1 animal should die in that process, in the whole research process. And what's their aim? Their endpoint is evident toxicity. So once the 1 animal is died means we have to stop the entire procedure. So that is the guidelines 420. And if it is guideline 423, so here number of animals per test you can take is average of around 7. So here the death rate will maybe from 2 to 3. So here also you don't have any aim. And then 425, here the number of animals per test you can take is 6 to 9, but the death rate will be 2 to 3. So aim is like stopping criteria to limit the number of animals used. And some alternatives to the use of animals in testing were like in vitro test method and models based on human cells and human culture. then computerizing patient drug databases and also virtual drug trials. Then you can also do the computer models and the simulation, then stem cell and genetic testing methods, and non-invasive imaging techniques like an MRI and a CT scans where also you can do. So these are all some of the alternatives for an use of animals in the testing. So you can do test tube test methods, and you can use an computerized patient drug database and computer models and simulation. Then you can also do a non-invasive imaging techniques like MRI and CTs. Then microdosing were there, in which humans are given very low quantities of a drug to test the effects on a body on a cellular level, so without affecting the whole body system. And OECD guidelines for an acute oral toxicity. So you'll be having the number 401, 420, 423, 425, and their title, then when it has been origin, and number of updates they have done, and most recent updates. So a small chart they are given. So for 401, they are given the title as acute oral toxicity, conventional acute toxicity tester. So here it is adapted in 1981, May 12th. So after that, they are updated in the year of 2002, the 20th December. And 420, they have given the acute oral toxicity. So fixed dosage procedure there. So it is originally adoption in the year of 1992, July 17th. So number of updates they have given is 1. So most recent update, when the last recent update they have done is 2001, December 17th. Then you'll be having 423. Here acute oral toxicity, acute toxic class method. So it is originally adapted in the year of 1996, March 2017. It is also having a one update only in the year of 2001, December 17th. And at last 425. So it is an acute oral toxicity up and down procedure. So it is started in 1998, September 21st. It is having a 2 updates. One is 2006 and one is another before 2006. So this is what about your guidelines for OECD. Then design of the acute toxicity. So they will be having a 14-day study, then study on at least 2 species. So one will be rodent. So either mice or a rat they will be taken, and another one is non-rodent. So usually they tested then rabbits only. So rodent will come under so under rodent mice and rat only will come, and under non-rodent rabbits they take. And there are different categories where they like cat, pig, dogs were there, but usually for non-rodents for acute toxicity test they will be taken rabbits only. So dose will be administered orally and parentally too. Then various dose level to different groups, both sexes they have been given. So both male and the female category they will be given and with the different dosage levels. Then the dosage selection that causes less than 50% but not 0%, and it should not more than 50% but not 100% mortality. So that is their concept. Then acute oral toxicity, OECD guidelines 401. So here in a study of toxic characteristics of the substances, acute oral toxicity testing is an initial step here. So it gives an information on health hazards. Like testing substances administered orally in graduated doses to several groups of experimental animals. So 1 dose used per group. So they'll be using only 1 dose, and at least 5 rodents at each dose level of same sex are used here. So at least 5 rodents at each dose level of same sex will be used here, and also observation for effects and also death were made. Then after completion of study in 1 sex, study in under 6 is also carried out there. So after completion of study in 1 sex, another like if the male category is completed, they will be move on to the female category, and to them they will be doing the same procedure with a different dosage level. So that's what they are mentioning here. And then studies will be suggested in rodents, but it cannot be adopted for studies in non-rodents. And acute oral toxicity guideline number 420. So it is a new approach in the year of 1984 by a British toxicology study. So they only framed this guideline 420. So based upon administration of series of fixed dose levels, instead of death, a clear sign of toxicity to animal as the endpoint, they have been adapted as one alternative to conventional acute toxicity test. So testing in a one sex, usually they prefer a female, which is considered a sufficient one for testing. So instead of death of an old category, only one animal can able to die in this type. So like that they framed. So it was framed in the year of 1984 by British Toxicological Society. And also reproducible procedures were done here, and also it causes a less suffering to the animals, and they will be using in fewer animals, and also uses only moderately toxic doses. So those doses should be expected to be lethal. The doses which is expected to be lethal, they have to be avoided. So these are all their guidelines. These are the things they have framed under this guidelines. So procedures, it involves around two steps. One is sighting study and another one is main study. So first step sighting study and second step main study. And then acute oral toxicity. So under the guidelines 423. So it is the third one. Here no sighting study were made, and 3 animals of single sex per step they will be using. So for each, you will be having 2 steps. For each step, they will be having 3 animals with the same sex. And the average of 2 to 4 steps, it may be necessary to allow a judgment on the acute toxicity of the test substances. And also not intended to allow the calculation of precise lethal dose 50. Then death of a proportion of animals as the major endpoint. So based upon the death response, they have to stop before the death. And the LD50 cutoff values they have been indicated. So principle, if you take what they will do, stepwise procedures with the use of a minimum number of animals per step. Then substances administered orally to 2 groups of animals at a defined doses. So either both in rodents and non-rodents they will be using. And 3 animals per step for a single sex. Normally they will be taken females. And also compound related mortality determines the next step and at last result. So this is their principle of the guideline 423. And then acute oral toxicity guideline 425. So up and down testing approach was first described by guideline 425 is an up and down testing approach, right? So it was first described by Dixon and Moore, and it was updated by Bruce in the year of 1985. So they have been proposed to use it for an acute toxicity determination of chemicals. Then estimated confidence intervals for LD50, and in a procedure 1 animal dose at a time at minimum of 48 hours interval. And the they have been suggested a starting dose in 175 milligram per kilogram, or they can be selected from range of 1.75, 5.5 till 2000 milligram per kilogram they can able to select as an average dose. Then animal received a first dose a step below level of is estimated of LD50, and depending upon the outcome for the previous, they have been proceed further. Then the animal dose for the next animal is adjusted up and down based upon the previous step they have been made. In 5 reversal in 6 consecutive animals has been done, and which is obtained, they have been obtained the test which is terminated, and the number of animals they have been limited up to 15, and at last they have given a report, complete report. And look at the comparison table for the guidelines of LD. So again 401, 420, 423 and 425. So citing study, preferred dose, drug effect, group of animals, estimation of endpoint and the limitation. So like this they have been made a report. So citing study for 401, 423 and 425 it is absent. For 420 only it is present. Then preferred dose. So how they have been taken like a 2 to 5000 milligram per kilogram per animal in 401. For 420, 5 to 5000, and for 423, 5 to 5000, And 425, first animal dose should be less than the estimated outcome by a factor 3.2. So they have been framed a value here. And then drug effect. So here for 401, the dose which is causing a high mortality that will be stopped. Then for 420, the dose causing an evident toxicity. And for 423, dose which is causing a mortality. And for 425, it is stopped if no reversal occurred by reaching a selected upper level. And then you'll be having a grouping of animals. So for 401, you can take up to 5 animals per group. And for 420, 5 animals in each six, any single six, preferably female. Then 423, 3 animals per group. And then 425, 1 animal per group. So 1 animal is both in rodent and non-rodent. In 2 categories, they have been selecting the animal. And the estimated endpoint. So how long they will be taken this time limit. So up to 12 animal expected to die. And for this is for 401. And for 420 guidelines, 1 animal expected to die. And 423, 2 to 3 animals expected to die. And 425 also same, 2 to 3 animals which is expected to die. And its limitation. So for 401, your limitation is it uses high animals mortality as an endpoint. So at high dose, this method requires a reduction or a refinement. So it has to either reduce or refinement. Then 420. So 420 here it uses an evident toxicity as an endpoint. So instead of death dose, they can close to the lethal dose, which is not always obtained. And 423. Here, finding of a delayed death, which may require an additional lower dose level to be used. And 425, no limitations. So this is the basic comparison upon guidelines of an LD50. So for 401, 420, 423, and 425. Then, limitations of the methods used for a toxicity study. It indicates that all are likely to perform poorly for chemicals with shallow dose response dose. Because guidelines 420 uses an evident toxicity as an endpoint, right? Instead of death, they have been using an 420 evident toxicity as an endpoint. So unusually test substances which may cause delayed death. Mostly in the case of 425. However, both in the guideline 420 and the 420, they will be finding a delayed death, which may require an additional lower dose level to be used or to study for the repeated. So the death rate cannot occur quickly, but it takes time. So for the further process, we have to wait for it until the animal die or what, suffer. Then only we can proceed further. So that is the limitation there. And then carcinogenicity study. Here, the test substances is administered daily in a graduated doses. It is usually observed closely for signs for toxicity and also for the development of neoplastic lesions. Then the diet for a killed animals or necrophiles, and also at the conclusion, which the surviving animals were there, right, are also killed and necrophilized. Why? Because it is also again suffered with the thing. So if it is not die also, we have to kill them. So objectives, if you take like the carcinogenic properties of a chemical, then target organs or a carcinogenicity, then extrapolation of a carcinogenic effects to low dose human exposure, and also provision of a data to test hypothesis regarding the mode of an action. These are all the objectives. Then housing and feeding. Here, housed individually or in a group of 3, then and also to maintain a temperature at 22 degrees Celsius, which may be either plus or minus 3 degrees can be maintained. And the relative humidity should be maintained at least of 30%. So it may be around 50 to 60 it can extend. And then artificial lighting should be there, 24 hours light and 24 hours dark cycle. If dark should be there, it has to be in an encyclopedia. Not a 24 hours, 12 hours light and a 12 hours. And then conventional laboratory diet plus an unlimited supply of drinking water should be given, and also analytical information on the contaminated level should be generated periodically. So all those things they should be keeping, they should consider. And the animals to be used. So what kind of animals they can use, how much time they use, like rodents or non-rodents, both they can use, and also 2 months study for the rodents and 90 days study for a non-rodents. When mostly mice is only they will be using. Why? Because of its short lifespan and also its susceptibility, they will be using a mice. Then healthy animals to laboratory conditions for 7 days and not being subjected to previous experimental procedures. They will be taken healthy animals only, not on previously used animals. They won't take. They should not take. And also the weight variation of an animal should not exceed plus or minus 20 of a mean weight. And the animal should be randomly assigned. So the dose group and dosage, if you take, maybe having in 3 dose level: short-term repeated dose, range finding studies, then toxicological existing data, then toxicokinetic existing data, and then highest dose level to identify the principal target organ and also the toxic effects. So for our purpose to avoid and severe toxicity rate and then modality. So if you take a study duration, if it is for rats, it will be around 24 months. If it is hamsters, it is an 18 months. It will take 18 months. And for mice, it again 18 months only. So this is the dose group and dosage. So what are all the observations they will do? Like a tumor development they will see, then pathological study, hematology, clinical biochemistry, then their body weight, food or the water consumption they will see, then mortality rate, then all those things will be observed. And result, so result if you take how the what they will see is their body weight. So those chosen animals body weight changes are what their survival data, food consumption, how it's taking its food, water consumption they will see, then toxicokinetic data they will analyze, and all those things will be taken. So as a result, what they will do is they will see then survival data. So and also outcome of any investigation of neurotoxicity or an immunotoxicity. Then terminal body weight and also the individual organ weights also they will calculate. And necropsy findings. So all detailed description of one treatment which they are given to the animals. So which is related to histopathological findings they'll do, and absorption data if available they'll do that thing also, and body weight or a body weight changes, then duration of clinical observations they'll do, then hematological test they'll do, then also a clinical biochemistry test. So these are all the results they'll do. These data only they will be given as a result. So their survival data, terminal body weight and also its organ weight, histopathological finding report, then body weight, then hematological test, biochemistry test, then duration of clinical observation. So all those things will come under the research. So this is what about the OECD guidelines and their procedures. So under this only the research has been done with the animals. So this is what about OECD guidelines.